Just out here, man, soaking up God's good greenery out here, soaking it all in, taking this good oxygen. Ain't no better oxygen than getting out here in elements and seeing it like that. Also, we take care of our skin suit. That's the only way our soul can walk through this earth, is if we take care of our skin. So I'm out here getting a little exercise in. But anyways, we got something to discuss today now. This message, I hope it hit home for a lot of people who be asking questions on how to live life anew. This message is for you. This message is called The New Man. So, if you've watched my videos, I've spoken about things of past where I was at and where I'm at now. And it's a lot of people that wonder, how the hell you get here? Like, what happened? And basically, I wanted to create a new man based on the existing man that was already standing before people. Because when you're creating a new man, a lot of people are not going to understand who the hell you are. They're not going to understand what you're trying to build for yourself. They'll never see it. So this is personally something for you. If you feel like you're lacking in any way, if you feel like you don't want people to see you the way that you used to be, you have to create a new man. Create a new man. The new man don't operate on the man's ideas and beliefs. The new man he's totally new. So let me go into like 4 things. What is the new man? What's going on, my good people? How y'all doing? What is the new man? The new man is somebody that walks around. You might be 40 years old, like me, I'm 44 years old. But if you're trying to create the new man could be 44 years in age, but basically you cut off that 44 years and you say, I'm starting brand new. I'm starting from day one. I'm gonna be like a baby because the new man still has all the old man's knowledge. So you remember when people say things like, man, if I had the knowledge I got now. Okay, well, you cut off that 44 years and you say, man, I'm starting brand new. I'm gonna be this new man. And the new man is gonna be me from here on out. The new man is gonna assume the name of whoever you are. People are not even gonna recognize the new man. Your family gonna see the new man and they gonna start, man, your family not even gonna recognize you. Your friends are not gonna recognize you. It's conversations that I don't even like to have that are connected to the old man. I ain't like to have them conversations no more. Like, when you're creating a new man, this is somebody that nobody ain't ever seen before. They might know your name, they might know your old story, but they don't know this new man. They be like, man, I can't put my finger on it, but it's just something different. So, the first question that we got to ask ourselves is, what does the new man want? What does the new man want? What do you want for yourself as the new man? When you're creating this new person based on your old knowledge, what does the new man want? For me, I didn't want to be connected to my old man in a sexual manner. Like, people knew me, we used to go out and I'd be like, hey man, where the ladies at? I be trying to have sex with women all day. I didn't want my identity to be connected to sex. I didn't want my identity to be connected to porn, masturbation, none of that. That was the first thing. I ain't want none of that. I ain't want none of the new man to be connected to a sexual identity. And that's what I was telling myself. I was like, that's what I do not want. I don't want to be connected to drinking. Because, when you drink all the time, you find friends that drink all the time. And y'all have a lot of conversations about the same stuff. So I ain't want my identity connected to that. I say I want the new man to be different. So you got to say, hey, what does the new man want? Man, the new man wanted a wife. I ain't want no wife that played around in the streets. I ain't want no wife that was going to cheat on me. I ain't want no dishonest woman. I ain't want a woman that was jealous or envious. I ain't want none of that. The new man wanted a woman who loved me for me. Not because I can give her a $20,000 ring and a $45,000 wedding. I don't care about no money. My wife married me in my cousin's house. I had $500 in my pocket. The wedding probably cost $500 all together. I cooked all the food. My homegirl made me a cake for $100. My cousin provided the house for free. We invited 30 people. That's what the new man wanted. I wanted a woman who was gonna marry me on a street corner. If I wanted to get married on the street corner, that woman was gonna be there and say, hey, well, we're gonna start from square one. And that's who my wife is. Because that's what the new man wanted. What also are things that the new man might want? I wanted a new identity because I used to work for people. So the new man wanted something for himself, something that I created from my own mind. So I used to start businesses. This new man started a long time ago, before I even knew what I was doing. So I started starting businesses. I had a clothing business. I had a personal injury clinic. I was in government contracting, all types of things, real estate investing. I'm just throwing things at the wall to see what connects with me, what I want to do, what the new man want to do going forward. And the most unusual thing I came into was something that my grandmother was doing since I was a kid. And so I make this product called tea cakes. And I've been doing it for about 6 years. And when I turn it into $1 million business, people gonna say I'm an overnight success. And they'll be right. Sometimes it takes 6, 7 years to become an overnight success. It's gotta keep chopping that lumber. So the new man has an identity. People see the new man now, and if they didn't know me back then, they might be like, oh, okay, Apache's a God-fearing man that married his wife, ain't never cheated on her, don't disrespect, they have a great marriage, they have great kids. This is what they see in the new man now. If they didn't know me before, they think that I'm this person. A man that read the Bible all the time, they get on live and read the Bible to people. This is who they think that I am. This is who they think that I've always been. But this is no way and no concerning effort as to who I used to be. No way at all. So when you're creating this new man, remember, people are gonna forget who the old man was, and you gotta keep reminding them I wasn't always this person. It took some maturation to get to this level. You're gonna have to wake up one day and make a decision. My decision came after a dream when I was 39 years old. I'll tell y'all about my dreams. I'll probably just make different videos about the dreams that I done had. But anyways, continuing on, man. Because you saying to yourself, well, what does the new man want? What do I want for myself? So those are the things that I wanted. So the next thing that you got to ask, the new man has to ask is, what do I need? What do I need? So when I was talking to God about this new man I wanted to create, I had a good question to ask God. I was like, because I talk to God as my father. If he's my father, then I can talk to God as my father. I can talk to Jesus Christ as my father. And I say, hey, man, if I'm going to be serving your purpose and teaching your people and, trying to get them to convert over to the good spiritual things in life, how am I going to pay these bills? I got a family of 5. How am I going to pay these bills? So one thing that I was talking to God about in creating this new man was, man, I need to pay these bills. I want to be able to pay my bills. I don't want to need anything. I don't want to struggle. I want to finding this new man because it's going to be a struggle. But I don't want to be struggling and losing my family because I can't pay bills. Because I'm leaving this old life where I can afford to pay my bills a certain way. Come with me. So I'm asking God, what do I need? God's like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm going to take care of that. You ain't going to never want or have a desire in that manner. I'm going to make sure that your bills are provided for. And I ain't really had no problems with bills. It's crazy. It's crazy enough. I don't know where money been coming from, but I ain't struggled a day. I can't tell you where this money been coming from, but I ain't struggled a day. Like money been falling out the sky. Literally out of the sky. I ain't struggled a day. Every time my business is slow and I'm like, man, I don't know how these bills gonna meet at the end of the day. All these orders will start coming in from nowhere. I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Because you're creating a new man. God don't want his people to struggle. Because if God, all of God's people are struggling, nobody's really gonna want to come to it. They be like, damn, I gotta be broke in the kingdom. Especially if you used to having it. You don't want to be broke in the kingdom. So God wants his people to shine. And in order to shine, you gotta have some money in your pocket. God gonna put a purpose behind you. So another thing that I needed to become the new man is a spiritual man. I was moving as my physical self. You can see me on this here camera, moving as my physical self. But if you're only a physical man, you can't see certain things. It'll be people that come into your marriage, man, try to ruin your marriage. And if you're not in your spiritual self, you won't be able to discern. They'll be sitting right next to you, hating your guts. And you'll never get the signs. I remember this guy, man, when I first got married, man, he used to come out here and be on my walks with me. And if I'm in my spiritual self, I wouldn't be able to see that this man didn't have good intentions for me. So we out here on this walk, and on this particular walk, I saw 3 snakes. I was like, damn, I ain't never seen this many snakes on my walk. 3. And he out there playing with the snakes and taking pictures of them. I was like, and something said, go ahead, get away from that man. He might not be a bad person, but right now he not in a good place. He not in the place you in. So what he gonna do is drag you down with negative thoughts, moping around all day. He gonna drag you with him. So it might not be that he was a bad person, but them snakes showed me you might better get on. So it's just like walking in your spiritual self, man. You can see things that people cannot see. Like, my wife might have friends, I'd be like, hey, that friend right there, I don't know about him. It's something about that friend that don't sit right for me. I told her one of her friends, I say, that friend looked like she had sex with people's husbands. She was like, why would you say that? And then, just like clockwork, one of her friends, she started having sex with one of her friends' husbands. And then their marriage ended up breaking off and she ended up with the man. I said, see what I told you? Like, I don't have to, like, run out and tell my wife you have to stop hanging with her. I want her to see it herself. And when she saw it, she stopped hanging around that friend. And it's friends that I've had that my wife that came to me was like, I don't know about him. It's like he don't want to see you happy. Like some of your friends, they want to see you in a certain place. They only want to see you like right on side of them. If you're not on side of them, it ain't gonna be right. If you don't make money with them, it ain't gonna be right. If you're not down in the dumps with them, it ain't gonna be right. Like when me and my friends was out hunting for women all day, and I'm getting my home, and they like getting women just because they're attached to me, or I give a woman a go ahead, like, yeah, he a cool dude, and they end up being with that dude. When I went away, a lot of dudes had to fend for themselves. And they ain't really like that. There was a lot of my friends that did not enjoy me getting married. But if I wasn't in my spiritual self, I wouldn't have seen that they didn't enjoy me getting married. Because when you're in your spiritual self, You start seeing things above what you saw them before. So another thing that I was asking for while I was creating a new man is to be a spiritual man. And to be a spiritual man, you got to walk this thing. You can't just talk and say, oh, I'm a good person. I don't cheat on my wife, blah, blah, blah. I profess the word of Jesus Christ. You can't just talk it. It has to be in your walk. And when people see your walk, man, people will start walking like you. It ain't no way I could tell my wife to be submissive to me and I'm not walking in the way of an honorable, respectful man. It ain't no way. She gonna get out of line because I'm out of line. She gonna get out of balance because I'm out of balance. When you walk into your spiritual self, you won't have these problems of women running all, man, I ain't doing this and I ain't doing it, man. My woman ain't never said nothing like that. You can't help but to, man, women can't help but to follow a man who walking on his own path. They can't help. It's in their nature. They can't help. Man, a woman could be making $1 million. If she see you on a path to greatness, man, she gonna drop damn everything she doing to get up under your goddamn covering. Trust me. Stop listening to these podcasters, man. Don't trust a woman, man. Get in your spiritual self and start marching and doing what you need to do to fulfill your purpose on this earth and see what happens. Women gonna get in line. I had women biting for my services. Yeah, I marry you. Hell yeah, I marry you tomorrow. You just tell me the word. Because they see that I'm on a path to greatness. They can't help to be up under this covering. So when you asking yourself, what does the spiritual man need? Man, I wanted to mean, what does the new man need? I wanted a spiritual covering. And my spiritual covering comes from God. I can cover anything if my spiritual covering is under God. Because he's going to protect everything that's up under me. So when you asking, what does the new man need? This don't even be things that are tangible. These might not even be things that you can see. These are things that you need to feel secure in your body, to feel whole. Moving along. So, what are other things that the new man needed based on what I was asking for? So I say, hey man, I don't want to worry about these here bills. If I'm out here trying to convert your people, if I'm out here enlightening and teaching your people, I don't want to worry about no bills. That was one thing. Another thing is I want to walk in a spiritual aspect, a spiritual light. People can't help but run to the light. And these are things that you're going to have to ask when you're creating a new man. What is the new man? What is the new man going to be? That's the first question. What is the new man going to be? Because I feel the universe conspires to give us everything that we want and desire. So if you want foolishness and that's what you desire, that's what you're going to get. You'll create your new man off of some foolishness. The next thing you want to ask is, what does the new man want? I wanted a wife. I wanted a wife that followed me. I want a wife that was respectful, that had good mannered children. Things of this nature. These are things that I wanted. Then you ask yourself, what does the new man need? Because men be needing something different. Remember, we got to cover a whole family. Hell, we got to cover a whole community. A man got to ask for something different than what a woman asked for. So the man, even when everything break down, man, the new man has to still feel confident. It's a spiritual confidence that the new man needs. Because usually some people tie their identity to a woman. And when the woman leave, you don't even feel like a man no more. Or the woman talk down to you, you don't feel like a man no more. Can't nobody say nothing to me. You can't shame me on nothing. This is why in that short video I said, men, don't let people shame you. You're going to have to get past shame. You know what type of foolishness a woman can have you do? Because a woman with her mouth is powerful. That's her superpower. Our superpower is our physical muscles. So a woman can shame you with her mouth, man, have you doing all types of foolishness. But the new man is not moved The new man is not moved. A new man keeps saying, "No, we doing this. We are doing this. And if we not doing this, you need to go over there because the new man gonna go on about his business. And that woman gonna get in line. Watch. I'm telling you the truth. If you moving on purpose, she don't have no business but to follow. She don't have no business but to submit. This is nature. She can't do nothing else. And if she don't follow and she get on about her business, she gonna miss her blessing. Going on in. I can't stop. If you want to be in the streets, I can't stop you. I'm not going to stop you from doing nothing. I'm going on by my business. What I tell most men is when I'm counseling them, I say, go look at your birth certificate. I say, okay, you know what day you was born. You know what year you was born. Go see what time you was born. And ask, who was in that room? Who was in that room? Was the doctor, your mom, and your daddy, possibly? That was it. And guess what? Mama and daddy might not be there for the whole road. You still got a purpose. You and God was the only two people knew you was coming into the earth at that time. So if a woman don't want to follow, let her go on about her business. We talking about the new man here. The last question we need to ask in creating a new man is, how? How do we do this? How do we do this? Well, like I said in the beginning, I don't care what age you are, it starts at day one. It starts at day one. You're going to be like a baby that come out of the womb that don't know nothing. But the thing about the new man is, on your day one, you're going to have all that knowledge that you done collected from all of these years. So when I became the new man at 39 years old, give or take a couple years, I don't be knowing dates, but when I became the new man, I had all of that knowledge from my sex addiction, from my alcohol addiction, drug addiction. I had all of that knowledge from what I knew about women, from what I knew about how my mama treated me, what I knew about what my dad had instilled into me. I had all that knowledge. And I applied it all to the new man. I applied all that to the new man. So at day one, you still have all this knowledge that you done collected. It ain't like you a baby. It ain't like you a baby that come out, you 0 years old. You got some years behind you. You got some armor that you done built up through time. You have to start turning these weaknesses into strengths. Anything that you consider a weakness in your life has to become now a strength. Because you're preparing yourself for something that you cannot see. Hebrews chapter 11, faith in what we do not see. You can't even see what you're about to be. You can't even see how great you're about to be. You have no idea how you're gonna do it, but it starts at day one. You say, okay, I got a drug problem. Well, I'm gonna start at day one and I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop hanging around the people that lead to this. Oh yeah, I got a sex addiction. I'm gonna stop hanging around the people. I'm gonna stop doing the things. I'm gonna set a standard for my life. I'm not messing with no woman who operating in this manner. I'm not gonna be around no man who operate in this manner. You set a standard because the new man don't operate like the old man. Your friends are immediately gonna start shaming you. Your family, man, we know you. I've been knowing you since you was a kid. Yeah, you know me, but you don't know me, homie. Because you walking in the new man. So people gonna start getting mad at you. Man, I had family members call me crazy. I lost a bunch of spiritual weight because I wasn't addicted to food like I was addicted to food back then. So I went from 280 pounds to 222 pounds. Imagine what I looked like being this big ass man, because I'm 6'4", 280 pounds, and I go all the way to 200 and some pounds. People start, man, you a crackhead. Man, I had family members talking to me crazy. Because everybody gonna have to get adjusted to this new weight, this new thing that you own. And everybody ain't gonna be able to come with you. And that's another thing that the new man gonna have to understand. Everybody ain't coming with you. Your wife might get up and leave. Your family might get up and leave. But remember, you was born on this day, you was born on this month, you was born in this year, and you was born at this time. If people get up and leave, let them go. Because the new man is on time, on God's time. You ain't on these earthlings' time. They don't know no better. A lot of these people really don't know no better. If you become a business owner, you find that out. A lot of people don't know no better. They might be smart at what they smart at, but they not smart at this. They not smart at knowing you, the new man. I'm only telling you what I know. And you're going to have some good strength inside yourself to not go back to them old ways. The ways that was holding you down to a certain limit. The things that was limiting you. You're going to have a brand new faith. You're going to have to start moving a little bit different. Because this is how the new man is made. You might be 400 pounds and you're going to start going to the gym. And the woman you've been sitting on side, she going to be mad at you for getting yourself together. Even though you asked her to come with you. Some of these be like, I ain't coming with you. Why I got to go to the gym? Why I got to change what I eat? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Because you're trying to create something new. You're trying to create a legacy. And everybody ain't going to understand it. Everybody ain't going to want to come with you. They going to be mad at you for changing. This motherfucker here. Nigga here think he better. Yeah, I am better than you. If the new man is better than you, then so be it. Don't let nobody shame you out this life you want. Man, God got a real inheritance for you, man. You sitting over here with 10% of your inheritance. I want all mine. Chips and dip. Socks and drawers. And anybody that's in the way of that got to get out my way. That's how the new man thinks.